Akwaba, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch another video. As you can tell from the title, I will be sharing with you some tips and some advice, some do's and some don'ts to help you to start a business or even to grow your business. I really hope that this will inspire someone to give them a boost or more so a push to start that business they've been wanting to. So the first thing you want to obviously do, especially being a Christian, is to pray. Now prayer gives you clarity and also helps you see ahead of time. The second thing I want to talk to you about is branding. So picking out of your name, your logos, just things like that. Finding the right logo for your business that will match really well with your name, your color scheme. So what sort of color are you going or are you looking for? Is it going to be something that's bright? Are you looking for something more neutral? And this has to go well with your logo and also your business name. So just keep in mind that when you're picking your name, your logo and your color scheme, they all have to sort of like correlate with each other. They all have to speak to each other. When it comes to branding, how you are viewed or how you want to be viewed is something that you really need to pay attention to at a very early stage in your business. If you have a vision, stick to your vision, stick to the sort of work type that you want to do, so then that sort of thing generates over time for you. Because I still get people that call me, oh, do you want to do my wedding for me, but it's at this hall, and I check the hall out and I'm like, yo. And it's not even a fact of the venue that they've picked, but it's also their budget. Do you know what I mean? So like they'll tell you to use a basketball court and their budget is what, $2,000, and they want a lush wedding or a lush, decoration, and you're like, $2,000 at a basketball court? Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So this is the sort of trouble that I had, starting up in my business, because I accepted them. So make sure that, if you want your branding to stand out and your vision to come out fully, then you need to make sure that the sort of job that you do is aligned with your vision and with your branding. So just keep that in mind when you start your business, and just don't be in a rush to get work. Like, work will come to you. Work will definitely come to you. As long as you are focused on your vision and what you want to achieve and the sort of people that you want to attract, they will automatically come to you. And I know you have to start somewhere, which is good. You do have to start somewhere. And I think I had that mentality when I was starting my business, hence why I accepted anything that came my way. But you have to be able to determine which one will work for you and for your business and which one just wouldn't work for you. So the third thing that I want to talk about is uniqueness. You have to be unique. Be unique in your styling, be unique in the sort of work that you do. Don't be afraid to take chances and make changes. No one has a rule that, you have to use, I don't know, lime green for your logo and that's it. There's no such thing. As long as what you do is not going to affect you or your business or your branding, take chances. Part of being unique is also being able to separate yourself from other businesses. You need to be able to work from your strengths. So what are the things that you're strong in? What are the things that separates you from other businesses? These are the things that makes you unique. These are the things that customers look for when they want to book you. For example, when I do an event, there's always a mark that I leave, with my event planning. So make sure that you have that special touch. Let's put it that way. That's what being unique is about. It's leaving your mark wherever you go and in whatever work that you're given or whatever work that you do. The fourth thing that I want to talk about is setting standards. So what sort of customers do you want? And I touch a little bit on it, I think, on the second point. I'm not sure, but I think on the second point. But yeah, setting standard. What sort of customers do you want? If someone believes in your vision and in your business, they'll pay for your product. So this thing of family, friends, and sometimes you do want to give discounts and whatnot. It's easy to just fall into the habit of giving discounts to people, and obviously like saying, yeah, your family, so 50% off. Whilst that's good, that's not helping your business, especially your new business. So try not to do so much of that and just focus on building your business and maintaining that standard. The fifth thing is having a plan or a structure in place. Now this is really important because it sets you ahead in terms of once you have a plan in place, once you have a formal business structure, you're able to always go back on it, reflect on it, make changes, improve where it needs improvements, and just be able to have something that guides you. The sixth thing that I want to talk about, or the next point, is marketing and advertising. So advertising through word of mouth, advertising through online, through social media. I personally use social media a lot to advertise. And one thing that is really powerful that most people don't take advantage of is word of mouth. You gotta be confident in the product that you sell, so much so that you are even confident to tell people that you have a business and that this is what your business is about. Make sure you're posting, bragging about your own business, because if you yourself are able to be confident about the business that you have, then people will also be confident in terms of them relying on you to do a job for them. It doesn't have to be just you telling people, but also people telling others about the work that you do. Another thing about marketing is targeting customers, knowing your surrounding, knowing your demographics, being able to see what's around you and how you can make that work for your business. What are the things that people are interested in, and how can you use that to brand or to put yourself out there. Really important that you see what sort of competitors are out there, the sort of people that are already doing what you do, what's working for them, what's not working for them, things that you can learn from them, things that it may not work for your business, but it's good to know as well. So just like being able to suss out things within the environment. So the next point that I want to talk about is budgeting. Budgeting is very, very important, very, very crucial. And this is something that I didn't learn to do at an early stage, and it's something that, I wish I had gotten into earlier, because I ended up obviously having to spend out of my own pocket most of the time, which is not necessary at all. You don't have to spend from your own pocket, which is why budgeting comes into. Now I have learned to obviously put down everything in terms of how much this thing is going to cost before I actually send an invoice. There's some really good apps and also some programming out there that can help you track down or keep track of everything. I'll try and link some down below if I can find any that's very useful. And it doesn't have to be complicated, it can be something simple. I find that writing down helps me because it mentally helps me prepare and also calculate, whilst I also keep a record of it on my book, and you can always go back to it. The next thing I want to talk about is having a flow of income. Very, very vital, very, very important. You have to be able to build while you work from your day-to-day job so that you'll be able to sustain your passion. And this is something that, if it's a passion that you have, if it's something that you aim to make it a full-time job, you also need to be able to have some sort of income to sustain that. You gotta be able to weigh it down, like what's more beneficial and more financially beneficial for you to be doing. Should you keep your day-to-day job, or should you just go a full-time business? Currently, I'm doing business, and I also have my day-to-day job that I'm currently doing. I just want to work until I get to a stage where I know that business will be able to sustain that passion and that dream that I have. So then I'm not out of pocket, and I'm living comfortably. And this is not stressful for me at this point, because I know that it will get to that stage where I would have to quit my day-to-day job and focus mainly on my business, which is growing really fast at this moment. So thank God for that. The next point that I want to talk about is knowing your legal requirements. So licenses, insurances, registering your business, being able to register your business is something that's not negotiable. You definitely have to register your business, and just make sure that you're learning and researching about different government policies relating to the sort of field that you're venturing into. The next thing that I want to talk about, and I've written it down because it's quite extensive, is to learn and research. So you need to research and learn about the different competitors that you have, the marketing strategies that you need to use for your business, how to speak to clients, how to retain clients so you're not losing them, and just everything to do with researching and everything to do with the fact that you need to learn and continue to learn. You don't want to be forgetful of the fact that we live in a generation where technology is very important and people are into trends. Something that may have worked in the past will not probably work in this present time or in this generation, and that's something that you have to unlearn from your previous learning moments. Just being able to keep up with the world, being able to keep up with technology. The next thing I want to talk about, which is quite huge, is your mentality. The sort of mentality that you have has to set you apart. It has to set you apart from a normal person that doesn't want a business, because you have to be determined. You have to be able to know the sort of things that you want in life. You have to try to be innovative. Like expand your mind, expand your vision. If someone is already doing something, take that and use that to even expand on it even more. Be able to know the sort of people that you want to work with. Your mentality is very important, and so is your attitude. You have to be kind to people, you have to be welcoming, you have to be able to maintain a sort of relationship with your customers or with your clients that I guess they'll be able to always come back to you because you treated them nice. Make sure you have a serving mentality in terms of serving your customers. And I know it's pretty much like going to the store and purchasing something. You always get served at the store, so why don't you do that in your business as well? Serve your clients. So it doesn't matter whether at the beginning or halfway through your business, or even when you think you've made it, always have a serving mentality. Always be able to help your clients and your customers out. Don't be snappy. There's no point in you being snappy. You just need to be welcoming and make sure that your clients feel satisfied, or they are satisfied when they leave. The next thing that I want to talk about is making sure that your passion is strong and big enough to fuel your dream. So this means that obviously you have a passion, you have a dream, you have a goal that you want to attain or you want to get to. Make sure that that passion is enough. It gives you enough drive, enough fuel for you to be able to get to the place that you need to get to. Well, you need to ask yourself, why did I start this business? Why am I in this industry? What sort of change can I bring into this industry? Think about the things that fuels your heart, things that pushes you a little bit more further to get to that place, and also to make changes in people's life. What are the sort of changes that you see yourself making within your business that will help someone else in their own business? The next thing that I want to talk about is asking for help. So this is something that I initially did not want to do, but this comes back to obviously having a passion for something. If you have a passion for something, you don't care what anyone else thinks about it. So asking for help from people that are already in the industry that you're in. For example, for myself in the events planning business, I've already started talking to people that are that I think I want to attain to their level, or I aspire to get on that same level as them, or their work inspires me, and it's a sort of thing that I also want to be able to be doing. Now, most of these businesses are busy, and sometimes they get back to you, sometimes they don't. But don't let that affect you at all. Just continue to send messages, continue to send emails, continue to work. And it doesn't have to be like the biggest people. You can start even from the businesses that are thriving right now, that are not up there yet, but they're getting there. You always have to put yourself out there and be able to ask for the help that you need to get to the place that you need to get to. The next thing that I want to talk about is keeping things simple. Try not to overwhelm yourself. Yes, there's a lot out there. Yes, there's a lot that you want to do. Yes, your goal and your vision is huge. Make sure that your operations and everything that you've set, your guidelines, the plans that you have, is not overwhelming. And make sure that that makes sense to you. If you go into your planning or your operational guidelines, you're reading and nothing makes sense to you, there's no point of having that there. Not overwhelming yourself is the major part. Do not overwhelm yourself. Make sure that what you tell your client that you can do, you are able to do it. Make sure that whatever you speak to the client about, you've researched about it, you know how to do it, you've prepped yourself. And sometimes I take a leap of faith by telling the client, yeah, I know how to do this. But I say that because I know that one, it's attainable and it's not gonna overwhelm me or put any stress on myself. And then I go and learn about it, or I go and study about that particular thing, and then I actually practice it before the day of the event. So making sure that you practice things, The next point is to be determined. I mean, it's good that I give you all these points of how to run a business, what to expect in business, all of that stuff. But if you're not determined, if you don't know what your focal point is, if you don't know how to get to that place that you need to get to, all the points that I've given to you is pretty much rubbish. So you need to ask yourself what your goal is. You need to run to it and you need to make it your focus. You need to be determined. You have to be determined. You have to be hungry to want to make it. Many people think that business is easy, and whilst it can be easy, depending on the sort of structures and things that you have in place, it can also be difficult if you're not determined. So make sure that when you start your business, you know exactly what you want to do, and you need to be determined. That's another mentality thing. Your mindset has to align to your vision, to your goal. Try not to let society or the industry even rush you. Don't rush yourself. The last tip that I want to give you guys is not to be money hungry. Focus on being and not on having. I'm sure you've heard of that saying before, and whilst that's really true, I really want to just drill it down inside of you, especially as a new business owner. Don't be so hungry about earning. Don't be so hungry about, getting that moolah. We all want that shmoolah. Don't worry, sis, I'm all about it too. But if you focus on money instead of focusing on the things that will make your business grow, because what you want to do is actually focus on growing your business so then you'll be able to earn from your business. But if you actually focus on getting the money, you'll miss out on the important things like your clients, what your client wants, the sort of services that you can provide. And these are the sort of things that you need to be thinking about, where your mindset is. How determined are you? How passionate are you? How do you serve the people that come to you? Are you nice? Are you snappy because you just want your money you just want your money and go? Or do you actually care about your products, care about the people, care about the business that you're in? Rather, growing your business so you can earn from your business. Alright guys, so that comes to the end of the video. I hope this has inspired someone to start their own business. And if you already have a business, I hope this has helped you structure and plan well. If you want to see more videos like this, please leave a comment down below and let me know how this tip or this advice has actually helped your business grow. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you. Bye.